I read my handbook on how to get into VidCon in the next 10 years. Hello everyone, welcome to another exciting episode, award show, whatever the hell this is, of Hill Jane Uninhibited, formerly Unfiltered, formerly I don't know what, on Facebook. So, if you saw my 2021 year in review, then you know that I did something kind of interesting for a growing YouTube channel. I gave my personal YouTuber of the Year awards. It is the Hill Jane Uninhibited Paris Mansfield YouTuber of the Year 2021. The winner receives the latest fragrance from Paris Hilton, but one night in Paris, you gotta get uninhibited, so it's Paris Mansfield, my legal last name. And there were 2 runners-up and 1 winner. The first runner-up is someone that is very personal to me, and this whole video is about this king, this god, and the runner-up and nominee for YouTuber of the Year, Hill Jane Uninhibited Paris Mansfield YouTuber of the Year 2021, voted for by me and 4 of my European fans, is Mr. Toxik Johnson. Isn't this exciting? You can just spit. I hope I don't have a nip slip. Boop, blocked. This canvas, even though no matter where I go or what I do, none of it will have ever been possible in the YouTube universe if it wasn't for this man who gave me an interview during a snowstorm in the lovely city, charm city, Baltimore, when he could have been in Texas getting his groove on, man, making money. I'm forever grateful to him. No matter what happens, I will always be wherever he wants me to be if he needs me. My friend, my Svengali, Toxik Johnson, congratulations. I'll always love you. No matter if I should stay, I would only be in your way, so I'll go. But you know, I'll think of you every step of the way. Well, sometimes. I'll be mailing this to you, Toxic. Love you, TJ. Stick around, and please like and subscribe. Boop. So, this is really important. I have an important message. I'm a big enough person to admit when I've made a mistake. I'm a big enough person to admit when I was stupid, foolish, and did something wrong. And I did. Let me just personally thank everyone who has watched my latest collaboration with adult entertainer Toxik Johnson. It's already at 2,000 views, and for a smaller but growing channel such as me with not quite 2,500 subscribers, that's pretty good. But anything I do with Mr. Johnson has always been good. We're at almost 14,000 views in one of our best of videos, and it's such an honor that the two of you guys love to see the 2 of us hanging out and just talking trash. Speaking of trash, yours truly, I'm going to compare myself to trash because I did a trashy thing. And no, I always considered TJ, that's what I call him, a friend. I thought we were more than just collaborators, just friends. All that that you saw from me, and he presenting himself as the angry, for me, a lot of that was an act. He became like a bossy little brother to me in the beginning. Of course, he was so cute, looked like one of my exes. Of course, I was like, oh, but it became so much more. He became a little brother to me, a bossy little brother. And I loved it because I need to be bossed around sometimes. The things that go through my head. Blocked. So we did a video Friday night, which is here on my channel, and it's doing ridiculously well. We did one for his channel, and then we did a live feed for my channel. We actually did mine first. When he said I could bring my boyfriend, I wanted him to meet. I wanted my boyfriend to meet the adult entertainer who I kept talking about how when we do a video together on YouTube, it does really exceptionally well, and we have a lot of on-air chemistry, and I wanted my boyfriend to meet him. And also because there are those rumors, and I wanted to dispel them to my boyfriend because we're monogamous in our relationship. I wanted him to learn, don't worry about that, because the rumors do fly outside of the internet. At least to me they do. I don't know about TJ's. I wanted him to see there's nothing really between us, you guys. That was all an act. I loved him as a sibling, and still do. Anyway, when I arrived, I was wearing a new dress. I'm a size 14. The dress was a size 4. So we were going to his studio, and we arrived, and I guess in the Uber. And first of all, the filming was scheduled for the day before, or maybe 2 days before, and I totally missed it because I was suspended from Twitter, and I completely forgot. Plus, I'm in this new romance with someone who gives me all the attention in the world. I'm trying to deal with that. I really did forget. And when I realized I forgot, and he had texted me when I got back on Twitter, I was like, how can I forget filming with him? Of all people, that would be the one person that I would always remain devoted to and remember, because one, I love doing it. I love filming with him. I love doing content with him. I love hanging out with him. And that was always an issue on my part, is that I just never thought we hung out enough away from YouTube. I wanted to be better friends. I would see him on his other channel, official Toxik Johnson, and which is like a behind the scenes of an adult entertainer. And I would see him hanging out with friends or whatever, and I just felt like, God, I'm never included. And was I jealous? No, I just wondered, did our friendship, were we really friends? Because I know I'm not doing the, oh, woe is me, I swear, but I don't have any friends in Baltimore. I have none, and I'm not boo-hoo, but I thought he was my friend. And for me, hanging out with someone every 4 or 5 months and shooting content for a computer app, that's not a friendship. That's a work thing and acquaintances. And I had told him so much personal stuff about me. I wanted to be better friends. And then I would come to my senses and say, he's a busy guy. I'm not busy. Snap out of it, Hillary. But when we got out of the Uber, he looked out the window and he looked at me and he said, we exchanged pleasantries, but I could tell something was off. The vibe, the aura, a lot of it had to do with the fact that I was uncomfortable. I got to the studio and I went to the restroom. I had no idea how short the dress was. It was so inappropriate to go to someone's place where they had other people there in an outfit like that. My boobs were popping out. I bought the dress because it was sparkly, it was white, it was out of season because it was like a holiday dress, and I got it on sale. It didn't fit. But of course, me being the thrifty bitch I am, I still had to wear it. I wore it with pantyhose. I should have wore it with leggings. So when I say the vibe is off, I'm really saying I felt uncomfortable. It didn't look bad on me, but it wasn't appropriate. That's the type of dress a girl would wear to the club. If you're a size 14 and you got a hot dress at a size 4, you wear it to the club. And even then, should have taped my boobs down and should have worn leggings or dancer stockings instead of pantyhose. So we get up there and, I'm excited, running my mouth. So I figured, of course, it's me. He doesn't like me. Not taking into consideration. Maybe he had things going on. And he's not as vocal as not everyone's as vocal as me. And I need to realize that. Anyway, we did my show, and then we did his. Mine was really out there. His was out there too. I do hope he airs it. I do hope he releases the video with myself, him, and my boyfriend on the side commenting. It's really fun, and the two guys gibble-gabbing, making fun of me, and I loved it. Of course I loved it. I hope he releases his. Mine was good too. It was supposed to be live. We thought it was going live for a long time, but because my boyfriend filmed it on his new tablet, a new YouTube account, it wouldn't let him go live. If they had to set it. Anyway, it's aired there, and there's another one coming out in a few days when I finish downloading it. But that's the long of it. I felt something was off, and then in a break, his sister was there. we all got into a conversation, and it somehow led to Black Lives Matter. Me being the only Caucasian there, I was listening, but I didn't participate much. So I wasn't talking very much. My boyfriend and TJ were laughing, having a good time, and I loved it. It was nice. And then out of the blue, a comment was made to me by TJ, and it didn't just hurt my feelings, it annihilated me. It killed me. And what was said would not offend you, but it hurt me really bad. And it wasn't so much an argument as a expressing yourself thing, and I really wanted to go and get out of there, and I'm not going to tell you what it was because there's another person involved and maybe he doesn't want me to. And I have to learn to quit being so TMI. That's one thing I think we discussed in one of our videos is not everyone's like me. Not everyone's comfortable saying everything about themselves. I put my whole life out there, not like Trisha Paytas, but I do put myself out there. So I left, and I wasn't drunk or anything like that. It was just, I think my whole body, mind, everything went into shock because this person that I thought so highly of, that I respect so much, and I still do, I will always consider him the king of porn, and he is. Hurt my feelings. So when I got home, me and my boyfriend had a little bit of an argument, not about that, but about something. Listen, you got 3 extremely, unbelievably stubborn people. Me, my boyfriend, and Toxik Johnson. Ridiculously stubborn, all of us. Stupid stubborn, all of us. I just decided I was no longer going to collab. And if that was my decision, I should have kept it like that. Honestly, I should have called him the next day when things were better. I didn't do that. Instead, I decided that... So, I started making thumbnails and making them a lot of clickbait, making it seem really dramatic. To me, maybe it was, but to you, it probably would not be. I'm pretty good at clickbait. I totally get it. There's no such thing as bad publicity. That's the school that I come from. But then again, just like with my boyfriend, when I made clickbait with him, not everybody likes that. I posted them on Twitter saying today, da-da-da. And TJ didn't like it. He sent me a DM, and him and my boyfriend ended up talking on the phone, and I was just realized, no. I was so wrong. I so regret it now because, first of all, it's kind of like what Trisha Paytas kind of did, isn't it? Oh my God, and they say on Instagram that I'm the new Trisha Paytas, that I think I'm Trisha Paytas, that I remind people of Trisha Paytas, and while I would love to have her platform and maybe a couple of the coins she's got, and maybe the real version of that $4,500 ring, I don't want to be her. I want to be me. I'm Hillary Mansfield. I'm Hill Jane. But I did a series, like 2 or 3 clickbaitish thumbnails, and he didn't like what they said, and to top it off, I would hashtag his name and get, tag him. We should have had a real talk about it, but I didn't want to talk to him. The thing is that the videos are nowhere near as dramatic as the thumbnails. Well, that's clickbait. And some people don't understand that. It's to get you to watch. Wait for this to happen. And it really never does, or it's a hint. Whatever issue hurt my feelings, that was between him and I had no right to make those Twitter posts, which I've deleted most of them. The ones I've kept are ones that include a link to people who haven't seen the video, and maybe I should just go ahead and delete them too. Beyond all that, I'm so sorry, Mr. Toxik Johnson, TJ, Trey. I'm so sorry. This is Hillary. This is Hill Jane. Please forgive me. Whether you collab with me or not, that's not even the point. That's not why I'm doing this. I have sent him, everybody, a text. I'm not ready to talk to him on the phone. I'll admit it. Call me a maybe, call me whatever. I'm just not ready at this point. The last thing I ever want to do is hurt someone, period. Especially people I care about, because so few people care about me. A couple weeks ago, I hurt the love of my life with that thumbnail. Then I hurt my best friend with a thumbnail. Maybe I should have someone else make the thumbnails. I'm so sorry, TJ. I should have called you and talked to you about it. I was just shocked about what you said. I'm not perfect. I know I look at now, I'm not perfect. Whether you want to be friends someday or not, I just want you to know you're going to be successful at whatever you do. I'm so proud of you with your day job, and just keep persevering. Everything's going to fall into place. It already is for you. You're going to be successful. How can you not be? You're Toxik Johnson. I talk about a lot how I have no friends here, and I'm starting to see why. I'm starting to recognize my fuck-ups and my problems. I'm just too much. I'm too much. I'm too much. Peter Mon says, be too much. Jane Mansfield said, too much is never enough, but yes, it is. I'm with someone now, romantically, who can put up with me, and who does, and who will. And he kind of knows how to reel me in. Because when I start being bratty, he starts being third grade teacherish. And one thing I hate is to be treated like I'm in school. But my boyfriend, because he'll act like that, gets me to calm down. So, I'm a brat. That's why I have no friends. So I hope that the king, you have, two kings. My talk show king, my collaborator king, and my real life king. In life, people change and they grow, and life takes on a different meaning. Life becomes different, and I'm taking on something now where I have a real relationship with someone who really does care about me, and it's hard to believe. I'm not being used. He doesn't want any money from me. He buys me things, and I'm not used to it, and I'm so scared. I'm so scared of fucking it up. To whatever entity there is around us, please don't let me fuck this up. I swear, please don't let me fuck this up. I already fucked up a friendship. But I'm sorry. I'm so sorry to the fans, and I'm so sorry to Toxik Johnson. To the fans, please forgive me. I've been doing a Jaclyn Hill impersonation lately. I've been really screwing up. But in my private life, I don't know, I have to learn how to balance private life and semi-successful, because this is only going to get a bit better, because I'm not going to stop till I reach the top. If you get thousands of views and have more freedom, I'm not leaving YouTube till I get to the dizzying heights that some of these other people have, because I'm good enough. I deserve it. And honestly, I'm better than many of them. And I'm not going to stop till I reach the top. I'm not. And I'm going to. And I have someone with me now on the ride and supports me. Did y'all see the endorsement he did for me? Love of my life. How can it not be? We have 2 of those shirts left. The King and Queen of Mean, Toxic looking funny, and I'm going King and Queen of Mean. We only have 2 left, and if I could give them away, I would, because the fact that you want to wear me on your chest, I love it. Thank you so much. Thank you, Toxic, if you've listened. Thank you. I'm sorry. I hope you can't right now. I'll always love you, and to me, you'll always be the king and the daddy Dom. In addition, on a side note, you guys, please don't unsubscribe from his channel or mine. This has nothing to do with any of you, any of the fans all over the world. We love you. We're grateful to you subscribing to our channels or watching our other content, and who knows what can happen in the future. And there's still lots of unseen footage out there, so stay tuned, okay? Don't unsubscribe, okay? He doesn't deserve it, and neither do I. As usual, I have ran my mouth for way too long, so I'm going to make a separate video about Nikita and Blair, the 2 young women who have channels here that I just adore. So stay tuned for that. And again, I hope you enjoyed this. Now go out and get you some.